Hi and welcome to Strengthen with Sarah. Today we're going to be doing a reformer workout and it's going to be using a mini looped band. You're also going to need your ball as well, or you can use a yoga block, just something to be on the headrest for a little bit of support during side lying footwork. Okay, so grabbing hold of a ball or yoga block and your mini band. Now you want it to have some level of give. This is the only one that I could find. You want it to have some level of give. So grab that, and then once you have that, pop it on around the arches of your feet, the middle part of your feet. And then in terms of your springs to start off with, we're gonna start off with either a red and a blue on this machine, or 2 full springs. So either 1.5 or 2 full. And then once you have that, come and lie down on your back. Headrest can be up or down, your preference, and then come and grab hold of the strap. So short loops here is a little bit more tension. You could always go to long loops as well if you wanted a little bit less tension, that's totally fine. Once you have those straps, reach them up towards the ceiling. You can keep your fingers long or you can wrap your fingers around the straps and then bringing your legs into tabletop here. Now, at any point it feels a little bit too much for your back, just hug those knees in a little bit closer to the chest. We're going to inhale here. As you exhale, just lower those straps down to the carriage and inhale, rise the arms back up. Exhale, press the arms down and inhale, rise the arms up. Good, keep flowing there with the breath. Using that exhale to press the arms down and that inhale to slowly lift them back up. Now this is layer 1. We're going to add on to this movement. So the next time those straps go down, can we curl up? So lifting the head, neck and shoulder blades away from the carriage. And then inhale, lower down. The head lowers, the arms rise up. And again, exhale, curl, press the straps down. And inhale to reset back down. Good, keep going like that. This is layer 2. We're just adding on a little bit more abdominal work with that crunch. Really trying to lift your shoulder blades away from the carriage. So think about the upper back lifting, those ribs knitting together, and then lower back down. Layer 3, we're going to add on to this. So if you would like to, the next time we curl up, the straps go down, hold it here. Can we reach the legs forward on like a high diagonal? Then draw the knees back into tabletop, arms up, head down. Exhale, curl and hold, reaching those legs forward. Bend them back in, arms up and head down. If at any point this is too much, you can keep your head lowered down. You can go to the long loops. You choose how low you want to drop those legs down. The lower they go towards the foot bar, the more challenging for your abs to control, to maintain. So you decide. You can always keep those legs a little bit higher. You can always have a soft bend in the knees as well. Good, last few here, then we're going to add on your final layer. Just really warming up through the upper body and the core. Making this your last one. Exhale, curl up, straps go down, legs reach forward and we hold it here. Can you push the legs out wide and draw them in? Legs go out wide and in. So you're changing the shape of that band. The feet are going as wide as what you can make them. Seeing if you can curl up a little bit higher, lifting those shoulder blades away from the carriage. We're here for 3. Keep pressing the straps down. Last 2. Good, last 1. Reach those legs out wide. Then bring them back in. Bend the legs into tabletop and lower yourself back down. Really good. Okay, take those straps onto the hooks. Take that band so it's now just above the knees on the thighs. Okay, and then rolling yourself up, we're going to change the springs here. So right now we're on either 1.5 or 2 full springs. I want you to be on at least 3 springs. If that's really intense on your machine, Then you could do 2 springs here. So two full springs plus is what I would say. It's really challenging when every machine is different, but we want to be on the heavier side spring-wise. So if it's easy at any point, then just simply add on some more springs. So in terms of that ball, we're going to start to use it. So pop it into the headrest. Again, if you don't have that, then use a yoga block instead, and you can lift your headrest slightly too. It's basically just to make sure your neck is in good alignment here. So popping whatever you have to the headrest for some support, allowing that bottom ear to just melt down to that support. Your underneath hand is going to wrap around the shoulder block, and that top hand is going to be on that shoulder block too. Then think about the top leg going to the very front edge of your foot bar. The whole foot is on. Good. Final little bit of positioning here. Just wiggle your bum back towards the back edge of your carriage. And we're ready to begin. Let's inhale in through the nose. As you exhale, straighten that top leg, push away from the foot bar. Inhale to draw back in. Exhale to straighten that top leg to push out, and inhale to come back in. Good, keep going. You push out and you come in. 2 more here, out and in. 1 more time. Exhale to push out and inhale to come back in. Now come all the way in. Think about that top knee and that band. You're going to pull the band apart by lifting that top knee and drop the knee down slightly. And again, lift that top knee, find a clamshell and drop it down slightly. Really good. Find a lift of that top knee, keeping the foot on the foot bar and lower. Last 2 here. Lift and lower. 1 more time, lifting that top knee and lower down so the knee is in line with the hip and the foot, so it's not coming all the way down. Keep it lifted slightly, and again we'll go back to that footwork, pushing out, straighten that leg and draw in. Good, push out and in. Amazing. Seeing how much you can straighten that leg, keeping that knee slightly lifted. 1 more time, you push out and you come all the way in. Again, hold it here. Find that clamshell, lift that top knee up and bring it down to a hover. And again, lift and hover. So you're not fully dropping those knees or dropping that top knee down to the bottom, keeping it lifted the whole time. 1 more time, lift and hover, hold. The knee is in line with that foot. And again, we push out and in. Push out and in. Really good. Oh, starting to really feel that top glutes. 1 more time, push out and in. Stay here and hold. Final round of clamshells. We lift that top knee up and drop it down a few centimeters. And again, lift and drop it down a few centimeters. Keep going. Lift and drop. Last 2. Lift and drop. Last 1. Lift and drop and hold it here. So we're staying here. The band is in the same position. All I want you to do is turn the foot to face upwards. So the toes now point up to the ceiling, as does the knee. The heel stays on the foot bar. And again, we exhale to push out. Inhale to draw back in. So exactly the same as before. The same movement. It's just that now that knee and the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And you're going to feel it a little bit more. 1 more time. Push out and in and hold it here. Again, find that clamshell. Lower that knee slightly and lift that top knee. Lower slightly and lift. Good. Last 3. Lower and lift. Carriage is all the way in. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Lower and lift and hold. Come again into that single leg footwork, pushing away from the foot bar, straightening that top leg. Bending back in under control. Last 2, push out and draw in. Last 1, push out and come all the way in and hold it here. Can we again lower that knee and lift that knee? Lower that knee and lift that knee. Amazing. Really good. Keeping that nice control. Just 5 reps of each of these. One more time. Lift and lower, hold it here. Final time, we push out and we draw in. You push out and in. Amazing. 3 and in. And 2 and in. One more time, push out and in and hold it here. Find those clamshells again. Lower that knee and lift the knee. Awesome. 4 and lift. Last 3 and lift. Final 2 and lift. One more time, lower and lift and hold it here. Then just allow that top knee to drop down for a second. Give that glutes a little tap. Now we're not quite done. So all I want you to do is come back to the heel only on the foot bar. Toe that knee lifted to the sky. Come out just halfway with that carriage and hold it here. So we're holding in this position for 5 and 4. The carriage is halfway out. You're pressing through that heel for 2 and 1. Begin to pulse here for 5. Tiny pulses with the carriage. It's going out and in just slightly for 3 and 2 and 1. Hold that carriage still halfway for 5 and 4. Last 3, 2 and 1. One more time, pulsing it here for 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Push all the way out, straighten that top leg and draw all the way back in. Lower that top knee down again. Give that top glute a gentle tap. Really good. Then take that ball out and just pop it to one side. Come and lie down on your back. Keep that band exactly where it is. So just below the knees on your thighs. And we'll take your toes onto the foot bar this time. Have the shoulders against the shoulder blocks, relax the hands down. So really press the hands down into the carriage so they're really active as well. Really open out through the chest. We're going to inhale here. As you exhale, can you find an imprinted spine? So think about your lower back drawing down to the carriage. Hold it here. Then we inhale again. This time as you exhale, start to peel your spine off the carriage. So your glutes lift first, then your lower back, then the middle part of your back, and you hold it here. Again, keep the chest nice and open, the hands pressing down to the carriage, and then you slowly lower back down. Peeling the spine back down, mid back, lower back, and then finally your glutes. We go again, inhale here. Exhale, find that imprint of the spine, then slowly begin to peel your spine all the way up to the sky. Seeing how high you can lift here through the glutes. Inhale. Exhale, carefully roll back down. If this is too much on your toes, then go to your heels. That is totally fine. Inhale. Exhale, we rise on up. Pausing at the top. And slowly rolling all the way back down. Good, last 2 here, then we're going to add on to this movement. Rolling your spine up, squeezing through the back of the legs. Glutes and hamstrings are active. Rolling your spine back down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, we begin to roll up. And you're going to pause it here at the top. So lifting those glutes nice and high, pressing the hands down into the carriage. The chest stays really open. We're just going to hinge the hips. You drop the bum down halfway. And exhale to lift straight back up. Keeping that carriage still. Inhale, lower the bum. Halfway. Exhale to rise it up. Good. Keep going. Inhale, drop. Exhale, rise. Inhale, drop. Exhale, rise. Last 2, inhale, drop. Exhale, rise on up. One more time, inhale for drop. Exhale, rise up and hold this position. Holding it here. Let's find some abductions with the band. Inhale. As you exhale, push those knees and the band apart from each other. And inhale to draw the knees back in. Exhale, pushing that band apart. Opening those knees and inhale to draw them back in. Keeping those glutes really high, those heels lifted if you're on your toes. Good, keep going, push the band out. And in. Last 3. And in. Final 2. Can we lift any higher with the glutes? Last one, you push the band out, you draw it in, and you slowly roll the spine all the way back down. Really good. Hug those knees into the chest for a second. Have a little rock from side to side. We're going to repeat your side lying glutes on the other side. So, rolling yourself up, grabbing hold of that ball again, pop it into the headrest. Again, you can always use your yoga block. And again, we're staying on the same springs for the side lying glutes here. Okay, so coming to lie down on the other side. I've just swiveled you round so you can see. So again, that bottom hand wraps around that shoulder block and the top hand does the same thing. And then you're going to take that top foot on the very front edge of your foot bar. So the whole foot is on. And then finally, just wiggle your bum back towards the end of the carriage or the back of the carriage behind you. And you should hopefully be relatively comfy here. Looking forward to keep that neck in good alignment. We're going to inhale here. As you exhale, straighten that top leg, push away from the foot bar, and inhale to draw back in. Exhale, push away. And inhale to close the springs. Good, keep going. Pushing out and in. Now again, we have a few rounds here. So you want to push it enough that you can feel it, but also preserve some energy. Come all the way in and hold it here. Find that clamshell as you lift that top knee upwards and then drop it down slightly. And again, lift and drop. Good, 3 more here. Lifting and slightly lowering. Last 2. Amazing. Last 1, lift. Really change the shape of that band. Then hover that knee down. So again, the knee is in line with the foot. And again, we push out and in. Round 2 here, pushing out and in. Really keeping your eye gaze forward. Out and in. Last 1. Come all the way in and hold it here. And again, can we lift that top knee and lower it down slightly? Lift and lower. Really good. Just 5 reps here of each of these movements. 1 more. Lift and hover that knee, hold it here. And again, push out and in. Push out and in. Push out and in. Last 2, out and in. 1 more time, push out and in and hold it here. Find that clamshell again as we push away from that bottom knee and lower down slightly. Good, lift and lower. Final 3 here, then we're going to change foot position. Last 2 and 1. Hover that knee and hold. Let's change that foot position so it's just the heel on the foot bar, the toes turn out and up to the ceiling, as does that top knee. So we've already got some tension on that band. The glutes start to fire. And then again, we're going to push out, straighten that top leg and in. And again, out and in. How much can you straighten and push out from that top leg? 1 more time, push out and in, hold it here. Find that clamshell, lower down slightly and lift. We can get even more range here with that foot in rotation. So use that extra range. Last 2 and 1. Holding here. Again, push out and in. Really good. Push out and in. Final 3. Use that breath. Exhale out. Inhale in. 1 more time. And in. Hold it here. Find that clamshell. Lower and lift. Keep going. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 2 more. 1 more. And hold. 1 final round here. We push out and in. Keep going, push out and in. Really connecting with that breath. That exhale on the effort on the way out. One more time. Push out and in. Hold it here. Find that clamshell. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. We have 3. Keep that chest nice and open to the side of the room. 2. And one more. Lower and lift and hold. Then just drop that top knee down. Give that glute a gentle tap. Really, really good. Come back to that same position. Heel on the foot bar. Toes and top knee are slightly lifted. Come out halfway with that carriage and hold it here. So there's still a bend in that top leg, but it's holding you here in this position. We hold for 5 and 4. Getting ready to pulse in 3, in 2 and 1. Just going out and in slightly with that carriage for 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Holding here, the carriage is out halfway. We hold for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Last 3 and 2 and 1. We pulse it out here for 5 and 4. Keeping your eye gaze forward for 3 and 2 and 1. Push it all the way out, straighten that top leg and draw all the way back in. Lower that top leg down. Give that glute a gentle tap here. Again, releasing it as much as you can. And then come all the way back up. Okay, let's just take that band off. Let's find a nice stretch here. So the band can come down to the side, as can that ball. Let's straddle your machine. So take your feet out wide. Let's take all springs off. And then come and shuffle yourself to the front edge of your carriage. Let your machine just glide back a little bit. And then all we're going to do here is inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Relaxing your chest down towards the springs. Really connecting with your breath here. Nice big inhale in through the nose. Full exhale out through the mouth. And again, big inhale here in through the nose. As you exhale, slowly begin to walk those hands back along the frame and restack through the spine. Good, one more stretch each side. So bring the feet into the front well. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh and sit up really tall here. So find length through the spine, inhale. This time as you exhale, keep that length through the spine, but just begin to tip forward slightly. So naturally, the shoulders want to round here, and we kind of come into this position. I want you to keep your chest really open, keep looking forward, and just find that slight tip forward here. Slight lean forward. Should get a nice stretch in that bent leg glute. Breathe here, really using that breath to just really relaxing into that stretch. Then slowly uncross that ankle. Let's swap sides. So right ankle crosses over your left. Sitting up really tall again, resetting that spine. Maintaining that length here as you inhale. And as you exhale, slowly just begin to lean forward slightly. Good. Really connecting with that breath again. Finding a nice release in that right glute. And then slowly releasing, take both feet down to the floor. And you are done. Hopefully you enjoyed that mini band reformer workout. If you did, then please give me a like, comment, and a subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Bye.